So, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to sit and kind of talk about something that was actually a conversation between me and my stepdad. Just for, if there's any of you out there that don't really have a father figure in your life to kind of help with those things, I do want to try to be that for you, although I can't, do everything, but I do want to try to help you guys with some of these problems. But one thing that was brought to my attention was that mastery sells. What do I mean by that? So when we were talking, he had made it very, very clear to me that you can spend a lot of time doing stuff that doesn't matter as much, right? Or like, let's say you're just working a job, right? One thing you should always understand is that in any situation, you need to be able to take the good out of it. And when I was talking with him, he kind of had made a point that you can go work all these jobs, right? You can half-ass them, you can do basically nothing and make sure that all you do is get a paycheck, but you're gonna resent it, right? So when I say mastery sells, I mean if you're able to go into somewhere, even if you're working and you're like, well, I don't want to do that, I want to have a business and I want to do this, you have to understand that in our society in America, you have to work, you have to make the money in order, to put yourself in a position to build a business and build a brand for yourself. What I want you guys to understand is that you have to work, but when you're working, try to master those things, right? You should always, that's why we're here, right? Or that's at least one of my reasons that I think we're here, is that I believe that, yes, we're here to live life and experience this, but, you're the only one of you. We're all like snowflakes, for an example, right? Or fingerprints. Everything about us is unique, and there will never be another you on this earth, right? So you need to enjoy that. But at the same time, you got to learn how to master things. Because the more things that you master, the more that you are just a more well-rounded human being. You know how to do a lot of stuff. And guess what? Not really on the main point, but you guys think about it. If you knew how to do a bunch of stuff on cars, right? If you're a mechanic, then you can fix any of your car problems and you're going to save a lot of money. And I'm sure you already know that. When you guys are, working and you're in a workforce, you want to be able to master everything, right? So if you're working somewhere, try to master that. I just applied for a sales job and I had an interview today to sell cars because I like cars and I like selling stuff. I'm a good salesman. I'm good at talking. Obviously I make content, so I figured that'd be something good for me until this takes off. It's just a good situation, right? But he was telling me that, and he's like, even if you hate it, even if you don't like it, use that as motivation to get yourself up and keep going. The more stuff that you can master, the less problems you're gonna have in life. So yes, put that time in and make sure that you understand it, but also take the good things out of it as well. Because, when you're sitting here, you're doing nothing, and you maybe go hop to McDonald's and you work there, and then you're like, oh, screw this place, I'm gonna leave in like 2 or 3 months. And then you hop over to the next job, you go work at Target. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff isn't gonna fly. You're not really gonna get anywhere. So if you do have big dreams, prove that to yourself, right? You have to be able to prove to yourself that you're gonna be a good worker and that you will put in the work. So that way, when the time comes for you to do it for yourself, it's not hard. You already know how to do most of this stuff and not physically as much, but mentally. And if you can get in a spot where you can physically do that as well, that is awesome. For me, that's why I took the sales job. I told myself this, I was like, if you can do this, this will help you talk to people on the daily face-to-face, right? Which then in turn makes it even easier to talk to a camera, even though I'm talking to a couple hundred people. I just wanted to say though, that mastery does sell. So if you can master something, that's how you own a business. That's how you do it, right? If you want to be a content creator, if you want to be a streamer, you got to put the work in. You got to watch people, but take notes. Don't watch it to be a consumer, okay? You have to watch it with an intention. You have to do everything with an intention when it comes to your dreams, okay? And I know that seems like common sense, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people can't see what I saw today in my interview, or even in the job itself. A lot of people won't be like, oh, this could convert over to that. I just don't even want to do the job because it's not for me. But if you think about, well, that also could help me with this, then there you go. This is going to be a fairly short video. I know videos are going to be kind of shorter now, but I like to keep it that way. I don't want to, be yapping forever. I want to get the point across to you guys and just get the message out there. So please make sure you guys stay locked in on whatever you're doing, even if it's a job you hate. Maybe sit there and think about what you do in that job that could benefit you in your dreams. So take that into account. Definitely sit back and reflect on it because it can be very powerful and you guys could definitely benefit from it a lot. And that's some advice that I wish I knew when I was like 16. It's really all I have for you guys today. I love you. Big love.